Hi everyone, Elsie here. Once again, I'm coming to you from a phone recording before the proper episode. So this week we are releasing something that was originally supposed to be a bonus episode for our subscribers. So this was filmed alongside our Tots TV episode, which took place in the studio. So this is something that is also going to be available on YouTube. So the reason that we're releasing this onto the main feed is because in the last few weeks, suddenly we all got ridiculously busy and we didn't actually manage to record and edit a proper episode. So we're really sorry about that. We still want to keep up with the 2-week schedule. So you are getting a bonus episode, which is loosely about ghosts, but sort of about the Six Idiots in general. So yeah, enjoy that. As this was supposed to be one of our behind the paywall exclusives, you will hear some singing, you'll hear some more personal stories, you'll hear more meandering, basically. We don't stick as strictly to the subject as we usually do, but it's still a Thots TV episode, essentially, because, as always, you kind of get to hear us becoming more and more drunk in real time. So that's something for you to look forward to. We also make some very inaccurate predictions about the Christmas episode of Ghosts, so watch out for that. Now, this bit is very important, so listen closely. If you are a subscriber on Buzzsprout, we are no longer hosted by Buzzsprout. We're on Acast now, so it's in your benefit to stop subscribing on Buzzsprout. Eventually, it will stop charging you anyway, but all of our bonus material is now going to go onto Patreon. It's just easier for everyone, so that will still be available for you to watch and listen to if you want to keep on supporting the show, just on Patreon instead of Buzzsprout. If you do subscribe to us, that is so kind of you. Thank you so much. We really, really do appreciate it. And if you do not, if you're just here to listen, to hang out with us, you are still very much supporting the show, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate it. I mean, this is an unbelievably low budget production. I am sat on the sofa recording this now, and to get emails saying that we make you laugh on your commute, that really just makes it so worth it, and we really are so grateful. So thank you so much. As I say, this is a change of pace. If you're not a subscriber and you've not heard one of our bonus episodes before, this is kind of what it's like. It's a little bit more off topic, but, you know, we wanted to post something because we love creating content for you. So here it is. It is what it is. Maybe this will help you decide whether you want to become a subscriber or not, but that is entirely your call. One final thing, not the next episode, but the episode after, that is something we're really, really excited about. So we're going to be filming in a studio again. And if you follow us on social media, you probably already have a good idea of what we are going to be covering. It's Young Dracula, and there may or may not be costumes. We'll see. And the next episode after this one, well, that's something entirely different, and I'm not going to give anything away about that. But all I'm saying is big things are coming. We're very excited. And this episode's kind of like the calm before the storm, I would say. So, yeah, please enjoy whatever mess we've hawked up for you this time.
You are my boy wonder.
Oh. Did I tell you about the time my boyfriend woke up in the middle of the night, rolled over and called me a good boy?
Welcome to the behind the paywall content.
And you can actually see us as well, so
for 2 of our mums and 1 of our friends.
2 out of 3 mums subscribe.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Vicky. Hi, Siobhan.
So we've just tried each other's drink. No, not mine actually. No one's had mine.
I don't want to
So
try yours.
What is
I don't
it's
like
Well,
vodka
yeah,
and cranberry.
It's what I drank when I was a teenager.
vodka and cranberry. Laura's got a rosé in a can. Meg's got a Bloody Mary in a can. And
That's
it's-
actually quite nice.
yeah.
Still don't want it.
I think you'd like it.
I don't want it.
Okay, fair enough, because it's not too
I've
strong.
only recently started coming round to cranberry juice because I used to really dislike that, but I really don't like vodka.
It's a very weak cranberry juice. You can't taste
This
the
is
vodka.
very, very weak. Meg's drinking a Bloody Mary and it's got like a sort of bougie kind of packaging. I'm not like
Ooh.
it's a very weird texture on that paper. It feels like a
Yeah.
sharp, crisp business card.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, what's the fun
And I'm a
on
bit
that?
poorly, so I shouldn't really be.
It's fine. It's tomato juice.
It is. It's tomato
It's
juice.
6.1%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more.
And
than
when
last
you
one.
drink it from a can, it actually does feel like you're drinking soup because it's tomato
Who's
juice.
got the I got 12.5.
Yours is just wine, though.
Yeah.
Mine's only 5%.
Ah.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn.
So the behind the paywall content we have decided, now that it's over, apart from the Christmas episode, we've decided to do a little retrospective on BBC's Ghosts because we've covered Horrible Histories. We've not done Yonderland yet, but we will do Yonderland probably.
It's not quite as for kids. I know you like
Which
to
one,
argue that
Ghosts or-
Yonderland is a family show, but
is.
I don't think it is. I mean, I know it is, but
A little too tapped.
yeah, well, it's tapped and it's
The sexual jokes are just
Yeah.
text. They're just there in the text. There is a shot of a Simon Farnaby character with his male wife, and they're reading a book that
Does
is...
male wife just mean husband, to
no
be clear?
male wife.
They're reading a book that's entitled The Art of Love, and they look at each other and they say, "Oh, gently. How is that? Like, that's not hidden." Have you seen Yonderland? Is this new to you?
I forgot.
There's one of the elders in Yonderland can hypnotize people with his penis.
Again, it's the Simon Farnaby one.
God, Sky let them do whatever they wanted.
They get Simon Farnaby naked a lot because in Ghosts he's half naked all the time.
I'd like some of that sweet, sweet Sky money. Anyway, Elsie's quite put out that none of those men.
Yeah, the reason that we're doing Ghosts right now is because we had a spare hour to record something in. And I was looking through Twitter and they've announced... What publication is it? Is it
GQ, I
GQ that
yeah,
announced
GQ.
that 2023's World's Sexiest Man, and they went with Patrick Dempsey.
It's not the worst man.
He's fine.
No, he is.
Yeah, he's fine, but he's just fine.
You see, this is
We're talking sexiest man.
This is the exact conversation I had with my aunt when I was maybe 10 years old. So Enchanted
About
Patrick
Enchanted,
Dempsey,
yeah.
Enchanted to come out, and I was like, as a child, I was like, he's not all that, and my aunt looked at me and he was like, yeah, he is.
Okay, Meg told me you don't get the Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
Yeah, she sent me a tweet the other day and she was like, I get that he's a nice man and, you know, he's not unattractive, but I just don't see the hype.
everyone is like, everyone's acting like Pedro Pascal is like the most
Daddy.
drop dead, like, but he's fine. I just
No,
don't get it.
I don't
This
think
is just the I that's how I feel about Patrick Dempsey, but I think Pedro Pascal.
I don't think that they are arguing that he's like the most drop dead gorgeous. They're just arguing that he's got the biggest DILF energy, which he does.
Because he's also just so
Ew.
lovely.
He's a nice man.
And I think you've
yeah.
got to have some kind of powerful thing about you for the world to think you're a DILF and you haven't even got any kids.
Also, because I think he's quite fashionable, but still in a dad way,
Yeah.
which is remarkable. Because I think dads typically are horrendously dressed.
Anyway, there's always next year. It's nice for Patrick Dempsey.
But
As if he wasn't famous enough already.
So I heard the first thing that came up when I opened TikTok for some reason was Nathan Bryan's podcast about ghosts,
Yeah.
and it had Ben Wilbund on it, and they were talking about like, oh, how's it feel to be leaving the captain? And Bill Wilbund was like, well, I'm really happy to announce that I have been cast as the Batman, and I was like, God damn it, that would be so good.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun. More Adam West style, but that would be so
oh my
much
god,
fun.
imagine if Ben Wilbon did a sort of Adam Westley kind of.
And fucking Jim Howitt was Robin.
Oh my god. I'm thinking more that's like a Larry Rickard thing.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
he would be a
no,
really good
because
Riddler.
in Yonderland, the pair are Matthew Bainton and Jim Howitt. When they're
when they're the bird and the bee.
bird and the bee, yeah.
Yonderland is like a parody of Batman.
And I'm the bee.
And
I
I'm the
don't know
bee.
this man.
No, but the bee is meant to be more like Alfred. Jim could do a great
Yeah, it's like
Alfred.
no, well, it's like if Alfred and Robin were rolled into one character.
Yeah.
Because it's like Alfred during the day, and then he's his undercover sidekick. Yeah.
Who would be the Joker? Fucking tall one.
Matt Bainton.
No.
Simon Farnaby.
Yes. Farnaby.
He plays a great villain.
I think he
plays,
exclusively plays villains.
He plays villains so well.
Martha's Catwoman.
What?
Yeah.
The girl one is the girl
The
one.
girl one is the girl. She could be Barbara Gordon.
Or the
Yeah.
Batgirl. There is a Batgirl in series 3.
Mm.
I know, well, yeah.
Okay, dream casting of a new Batman. Done. Let's
Just
let's
the Horrible
email them.
Histories crowd exclusively.
Which of the 5 men do you think should have won Sexiest Man 2023?
Well, I know what you think, and I don't disagree with you.
I don't know what she thinks.
No, you do, and I know
Yeah.
what you think because we've all got differing opinions on who is the sexiest man of the.
I think Ben Wilbond.
Okay, who do you think I think? Because I feel like it might be different from what you're...
Matt Bainton.
Matt Bainton.
No, I actually think Ben Wilbond.
Well,
currently.
you used
I
to think Matt
I
Bainton.
used to think Matt Bainton.
No, I think Larry, for sure.
Yeah.
It might just be the amount that I've looked at the captain in trying to make TikTok stuff.
When we were watching the rugby final, with the Rugby World Cup final, we were watching it, but not at the same place. And I texted Laura and I was like, "Oh, is this what you're?" Oh, I said something like, "They're so sweaty and muddy and bloody, and this is what you like."
They could, any of those men, pick me up and throw me across the room.
You just want to feel light and small, don't
I
you?
want to feel like a tiny little woman.
Yes. I mean, we've discussed this because 100%, because like I am dad in this household. I was usually the strongest of my friends, all these kinds of things. And it's like, yes, of course I would.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I bought I bought a jar of pickles when Laura wasn't at the house, and I didn't get into the pickles for 3 days because I couldn't open them, and Laura wasn't there to open the pickle jar for me.
Do you
And I
guys
just
remember-
wanted them so much that, you know how like they say that like adrenaline can do a mother could lift a car off her child because of adrenaline. I wanted these pickles so badly. I opened that jar.
Do you guys remember when I couldn't open the blender though? Hours trying to open the blender.
Yeah, that was rough because we could see your dinner in the blender.
And also, you guys weren't home, I think, when it started, and then you got
No,
home
we weren't.
while I was still trying to open the blender, and all 3 of us together still could not open the blender.
It was really sad.
Anyone with a NutriBullet has witnessed or has experienced putting hot food into it and then
Bad idea.
not being able to open
You need
it.
to wait for it to cool down.
This season of MasterChef goes to open it, explodes in her face,
Ow!
Has to go to hospital.
has to go to hospital. She's not in the competition anymore. She
No,
has to go to
who's
hospital.
that? Not.
You didn't see it.
Okay, so it's not the
no
one
one
from
you've seen.
Leeds.
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
It's not Molly.
I like her.
There's like a photo of her. She got like a burn on her chin, and it's because it's like boiling hot stuff in this NutriBullet. Danger. Anyway, what were we talking about previously? Oh yeah,
Sexy man.
sexy. I just want to say, like, you two have been fans of these guys for ages.
Oh yeah.
right? I didn't know who any of them were before like 2020.
I've gone for. I can mark the moment that I became a teenager, and then the moment I became a woman. So
Oh, what?
so at first I didn't fancy any of them. Then it was,
Chapter 1. My first period.
and then it was all about Matt Bainton. And then there was a point where I was like, oh, Ben Wilbond is actually the most attractive one of the group. And that's when I became a woman.
Really neglecting the other people.
Well, listen,
She likes what she likes.
I don't actually have anything to follow that.
yeah.
Who do you think's the most talented actor?
Oh, I can't. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing this.
I would love to meet any of them. However, I do think that Jim Howitt is exceptional.
I think
Brilliant.
the best face actor is actually Martha.
Yeah.
just because permanent face acting goes, she cannot relax at any point.
She must have really developed facial
Marshall's. Yeah, so you guys introduced me to them generally in 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Because you showed me Horrible Histories, which I fucking love. My cousins love. It's the best thing. And then you were like, oh, they have more shows together. I wish their troupe had a name. It would make it easier.
Their YouTube channel is called Them There, but they are known in the culture as the Six Idiots.
Oh, I saw something about them today and I didn't even realize it was about them.
That's funny.
It's just a very good example of Laura being one of the most intelligent people I know, and yet being one of the stupidest people I know.
It's also a really good example of how manufactured bands can sometimes be the best ones.
Eh?
Because they didn't know each other.
No, that's
they
true.
weren't
They're basically One Direction.
They weren't manufactured. It wasn't a competition. They organically fell together, scripting together.
No, they all auditioned for Horrible Histories, and they'd never worked with each other before that.
I thought they were...
And they were all cast in Horrible Histories, and then they became friends through
Yeah, but I feel like that's more organic because they weren't like, we're trying to make a comedy troupe.
Well, no,
not
but they were
everyone they
trying to
worked
make a
with.
comedy.
Not everyone they worked with in Horrible Histories has continued with them, right?
That's true, but they are the only ones that were in every single
Right.
episode, apart from maybe Larry, who wasn't, but he was a writer from the beginning, so he
Because
wasn't
I just mean that, like, organically they were working together. Yes, they auditioned, but they were organically found each other at work,
Yeah.
rather than we're trying to construct a band or a troupe.
Yeah, it's not a one-for-one comparison,
Yeah.
but I didn't think we'd be talking about it for this
Yeah,
long.
sorry, I don't...
So what did you think of the last series then?
Loved it.
Yes.
Loved it.
I always like... I could cry if I pushed it and thought about it hard enough.
It wasn't my favourite series. No.
Why?
I don't know. I thought that series 2, I think, is my favourite series.
It's got some
but
amazing
it's because my
ones.
favourite episode is the Thomas Thorne affair.
Yeah.
I think it's very...
Can you landmark a bit? Like, I'm shit at delineating between seasons.
1 is Shout a Window. 2 is Thomas Thorne affair. 3, Mary Gets Sucked Off. 4, the one you've just watched.
Right.
No.
No, yeah, you're missing one. It's 5, right?
No.
Mary Gets Sucked Off in season 4.
No.
And the
she
one
doesn't.
we've just watched is series 5.
Series 5? There's 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Oh. Which one's Thomas Thorne affair, and then is it 2 or is it 3?
I think it's 2.
My
3 is...
You need to delineate them.
3 is fake 3 is fake sister.
Oh, yeah, with Jessica Knappett.
4 is the guest house that they're trying to make
Yes.
work.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my favorite season and my favorite episode are not together because I think my favorite episode, not because it's the funniest, but just because I guess the feels the most, is the Humphreys
Oh,
that's
the bone.
sad, yeah.
bone plot. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one of my favorite episodes because I also love Humphrey and he doesn't get. I understand why he doesn't get huge amounts of time. I think Robin and Humphrey are my favorite
I think Larry Rickard looks so good
in Tudor.
as Humphrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does.
No, yeah.
He's a man that wears a lot of costume. Like,
Yeah.
he's always the one that gets the most prostheticed up. Like, that man has probably sat for longest in makeup out of all of them.
I bet he's up for anything.
He looks like someone who's up for anything.
I'll do that into the camera.
The thing is, when we were talking about when we were doing the Horrible Histories episode months ago, you said that about Laurie Lewin.
I think Laurie Lewin would be up for anything.
Yeah.
He's
In
one of
Horrible
the actors
Histories.
in Horrible
Yeah, but-
Histories. He's
He's the
Laura,
one
I
that looks
can't-
like a man. I don't know.
What?
Any particular sketches that stand out?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
The
He was
Hangman.
Brian. He was Brian Cox. He played Brian Cox, the scientist Brian
Yeah,
Cox.
yeah, I know who would the hangman.
He's a hangman sometimes, isn't he? Like the...
Yes.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
fair enough.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
you expected.
I liked the way that series 5 ended.
Well, yeah, they were always going to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Because I'm not being funny, but I don't know how much what am I trying to say? The announcement of the Christmas special before the airing of the final series actually kind of ruined any surprise for me, because they weren't going to give up the house in a Christmas episode, but they have to stay in the house in order for there to be a Christmas episode.
The thing is, I knew they would never, because in season 1 they so perfectly did why they can't move, because there's problems anywhere they live, ghost problems anywhere they live. So
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I knew that like it was a redundant plot to bring back to me. Like I understood it because they got a lot of money, they've had more money issues, but like I was like, they're not, because literally they can't get away from ghosts anywhere.
That's kind of the one drawback with the kind of concept, is that once you're friends with the ghosts, the money problem is the only driving factor.
Yeah.
Is that it's the conflict.
Yeah.
I guess that's why Jessica Knappett's character existed,
Yeah.
so that there was an issue that wasn't, our house is falling apart
Yeah.
and we don't have any money for it.
Because
But it's a sitcom, so it's fine that the same
Yeah.
conflict
Yeah, that's
occurs.
sitcoms,
That's
isn't it?
sitcoms, but it, yeah.
I do like it. Like, I understand money issues is a very ubiquitous problem in real life, so it's a completely common problem to put in these kind of things. But when you're watching a show that's like long, I'm thinking like Friends, Supernatural long, the money stuff goes pretty early because it's kind of boring. And that would probably be my only point of contention with this show ever, because it's just a little bit of a boring plot line.
When your episode's only like 23 minutes long, you don't want to waste that time with constant explaining how you can afford to live there, or the fact that you haven't got any money. Like it's one of those things that just isn't interesting, even though it's realistic. It's why we don't show people going to the toilet. It's why we don't show people having money problems, because there's only so far that can drive a plot before.
Well,
unless the plot is we're going to rob a bank to sort it.
there's a trope.
Yeah,
on-
then that's good.
Then it's good.
There's a trope on. Well, that's a different genre. There's a trope on TV tropes. It's called British brevity, and it's about British sitcoms having only like 6 episodes in a season, and it not going on for like more than 5 years or whatever. And something that I like about American sitcoms is that they're endless, and they're good if what you want to do is drop in and join your friends somewhere. Ghosts has infinite potential to explore the situations of each character, like Jim doing the game show thing. That is such a Jim thing to do, and one idea they had that they weren't able to do was have footage of him on Bullseye in the 70s or 80s. The ideas could go and go and go, and like, because we're in Britain, like they want to have like an arc, a story. It is self-contained. It goes within sort of 5, 6, 7 years. With an American sitcom, sometimes all you want is just to drop in and join your friends and like enjoy the situations that these characters have been placed into. And some of my favorite episodes of Ghosts have been the kind of filler ones where you just see what they would do on a normal day. Like, I'm not saying it should have been that. I'm glad it is what it is. But like, I like those bits.
The thing is, if I had to pick one to keep, I would pick The Way We Do It. Because it's not just sitcoms in America that do it like that. It's all TV. It's a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Not so much on streaming platforms, but like, fucking hell, things like
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy, Supernatural, that went on for about 1 million
I will
seasons.
also say with that, the filler episodes are sometimes the best. They did a Scooby-Doo episode.
No, because the thing is, when it's a drama, like, Supernatural's sometimes funny, but it's not, like, it's not humorous. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, there's, like, funny ha-ha moments, but it's not a comedy.
No.
And I can take a comedy, like a sitcom, having loads of episodes, but when it's drama, I get very, very tired of it.
That's why, like, I think I saw an advert for it today. I don't remember how many episodes a season Scandal had, but that's the kind of show. I think it had 12 episodes a season, but I might be wrong. If you had filler on that would absolutely take all of the air out of the show, because it's meant to be really fast-paced, tight drama. You had 23 episodes. You can't have something exciting happen in every single episode. It just would not feel correct. But yeah,
the thing with streaming services that I miss about like actual broadcast telly is like uniform episode lengths. like how you
Yeah.
can like. There was it an episode of the new Sex Education?
Oh, it was
like
an hour
and a
and 9
half
minutes.
long or something. That
Well, they have like final episodes. So you have normal episodes like 45, 49 minutes, and you have like the final episode or just something will be
like feature
over
length.
an hour long, and it's like
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Where
I think
it's like
Good
the-
Omens actually had one episode that was like an hour.
Yeah, and then but like Stranger Things had one that's like longer than a film,
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
and it's like I don't want to watch a film.
a tight 25 minutes. This is like anime. You're lucky if it's 18 minutes long. You're lucky.
This is what I like about a half-hour 6-episode series is that I know everything in it is going to be good.
Do you know what
Nothing's going to be wasted.
Yeah.
my favorite plot line that I think is pure what you were saying, sort of like every day, was the Julian fucking with Mike's laptop while he's doing work emails.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite plot lines in all of it because it's so small and simple, but it's so funny.
Got to include Mike in something
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, when he was putting kisses on emails. Yeah.
Oh, and he's trying so hard to see the ghosts, and his storylines are the ones that are like the most twee because they're normal, and it's so lovely.
I think one of my favourite ones was the night before or the morning after or whatever it was called. The
It was
party
called
episode.
The Morning After.
The
I
Morning
think.
After.
Yeah.
Oh, when Mike's stuck on the roof.
When Mike's
And he's
stuck
like
on the roof.
remembering what happened last night.
Yeah, and Alison, oh my god, Charlotte Ritchie does some amazing, almost sick acting. Like,
Yeah.
it's really impressive.
Yeah.
And the Robin Mary thing, the Pat and Cap thing. Oh,
Robin
just.
and Mary.
Didn't they say in an interview once, oh yeah, they've probably all shagged each other.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, maybe not.
They've
I
been
don't,
there for so long.
I don't think necessarily Pat and Julian. Everyone else though.
Yeah, because they've been there for only about
Decades,
30
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Oh, they've not shagged everyone. I thought you meant, I don't think they've shagged each other.
No, well, I don't think they have, but I don't think they've done the rounds because they haven't been there long enough. Also, would you touch Julian morally?
Well, in series 5,
Maybe if
one
I was
of
a
the
ghost,
one
I'm
of
not
the
going to catch
plague-
anything.
One of the plague
Right.
ghosts.
Sorry,
shagged
Elsie.
I was saying in series 5, one of the plague ghosts.
True.
Yeah.
True. It's just morally reprehensible to sleep with a Tory.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is the stance of this show, by the way. If you are under any
Inclinations.
don't be a Tory. I don't know.
Elsie will dump you if you are a Tory.
right. Well, that's us never.
Delusions.
That's us never being picked up by BBC Sounds.
Yeah, that's why.
I can't wait to know what they're gonna do next because I think they should do Batman. I think that would be brilliant.
That would be wonderful. I've been contemplating. You see, when you start one podcast, everything becomes a podcast idea. And like when I got really into
All right, loser.
when I got really into 1966 Batman, I was like, this could be a podcast.
Well, you want to do the
still kind of
the
think-
Slayer podcast, but for 1966 Batman.
The Slayer podcast.
I listened to a podcast called Buffering the Vampire Slayer, where 2 ex-wives went through every single episode talking about it. It's like the most lesbian thing you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that I could maybe do that with Batman, but I don't know who would want to do it with me. Meg,
I mean, we would, wouldn't we?
you are my boy wonder.
Oh. Did I tell you about the time my boyfriend woke up in the middle of the night, rolled over, and called me a good boy?
I thought you were going to tell the other story just then.
Gone
This is behind a paywall.
behind a paywall. No, just because you paid doesn't get.
You don't get
You get
everything.
to know what he says to me in the middle of the night.
You don't get to know, but sometimes he says good boy. Which,
Things like "get out." Who are you?
why did he call you that?
I'll take you back to court.
See, it's interesting that you think of everything as a podcast. It's like
Yeah.
if you're an academic, everything becomes research.
Well, I do have to research it a little bit.
No, I mean like studies.
I know.
For me, everything's food.
Everything's a sit or food.
Yeah, no, it's a sit. I should have said a sit. Have I done that?
I
on
don't
the
think
pod?
so.
About my boyfriend once said to me, I've never met anyone so concerned about where their next sit is going to be.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I'd have to disappear if someone said that.
I think it's food for Laura. Because she's once said that sometimes at night she wouldn't be able to sleep because she was so excited about breakfast.
Oh, that's so cute.
Just Telegraph. This is
Yeah,
in
back
my,
up.
in my adulthood because like
Yeah,
I remember,
grown up as well. Grown up. This was at uni.
yeah, living at my grandparents is when I was 18 and being like struggling to go to sleep because I was thinking about what I was going to cook the next day too much.
Let me tell a Laura food story. Because I
About
think
the driest food.
no, it's about the
Yeah, I'll tell that after this.
okay. It's about the spaghetti bolognese. It's a story that I think is really sad, but these two think is really funny. You tell it, Laura.
Okay. I didn't think much significance of this story until I told these two. When I was, I think, well, I was under 11 because we were here, but tall enough to reach into a pot on the stove. Because you're supposed, if you're making bolognese properly, you're supposed to let it simmer for fucking ages, right? So I would get like really hungry while the whole house smells like bolognese. So I would go with a glass and sneakily fill it with bolognese. Just the sauce, because the pasta's not ready.
I find this really sad that in the pursuit of perfect bolognese, your mum let you go hungry. I think that's really
Going hungry.
sad.
She was going to give her bolognese at some point in the day.
There is only one thing you've inherited from your mum, Laura, and that is cooking something really nice for your house, but making them wait hours. Because Laura is an amazing cook, but we end up eating at 10 p.m.
I've been better.
You have been getting better.
Because
Yeah, but a lot
we
of
know
the
where
time
you
is
get it
because
from.
I've gone in and prompted her to start cooking.
well, it's also because
So I want to eat at a normal
Laura,
time.
it's 8 p.m. Can we start cooking tea?
in Singapore you tend to eat later than you do in the UK. So that's where my head's at with that. But like because I've been here long enough, I've been like, okay, I'll start cooking at 5:30, or whatever. So,
Anyway, one time she made like burrito samosas and they were the driest thing I've ever put. They were so dry. And the thing is, we still ate them because they contain so much ingredient.
Yeah.
But we were like hurriedly like
salsa.
covering them in like salsa and dip and
Wet things.
they weren't nice. Don't do them again.
I want it want my recipe. No skin off my back to say that. I will say my stealing food before dinner was ready and eating burning hot bolognese so I wouldn't be found out. Right, goes right alongside Meg's story from when she was little and having 2 breakfasts.
She's like a hobbit in so many ways.
When I was a kid, I used to go to my grandma and granddad's and they would like take me to nursery or they would look after me for the day and they'd like give me breakfast. And I don't really remember, but my granddad apparently once when my dad came to pick me up was like, yeah, we gave her breakfast as well. And my dad was like, what do you mean you gave her breakfast? My granddad was like, we give her breakfast. My dad was like, do you think I don't give my child breakfast? And it turns out they were like, have you had any breakfast? And I'd be like, no.
So for months, however long, 2 breakfasts.
You're like
Yeah.
a Labrador.
And if I remember correctly, a lot of breakfast for me was fruit and fibre cereal.
Oh my god, you were shitting.
You're regular
but to this
child.
day, it's one of my faves, isn't it?
Regular child.
I'm a fruit and fibre or Cheerio girl. What's your favourite cereal?
Ooh,
Crunchy nut.
Oh, Crunchy Nut's good as well, with really cold milk.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
no,
Yes.
I like classic cornflakes. Shall I tell? Right, let me tell a story about cornflakes.
Oh yeah, because your name on Twitter, Cornflake
Okay,
Girl.
good. No, her name in
Not
the
on
group
Twitter, no.
chat is Corn. No, no.
Oh, you,
It
on
was.
your phone is Cornflake
What?
Girl.
Yes, on my phone. Yeah, it used to be the
Before
burden.
that, it was the burden.
Yeah.
For reasons that we don't need to talk
she's a
about
bird.
today. Yeah. So my entire life, my dad called cornflakes doggers.
What?
You've heard this.
Okay, if you're not British, just doggers is slang for something.
Dogging.
Dogging. Are they not?
Is it-
person
is
that
it-
engages in
Are
dogging.
doggers people that go dogging? Are they called doggers?
If you don't know the slang, Google it. Have some fun.
So my dad calls cornflakes doggers, still does. And I didn't question it until I was maybe 13. And I was like, Dad, why that's not what they're called, and you're the only person that calls them that. What is that all about? And he was like, no, just do.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, when I was a kid, instead of fruit and fibre, I had ready bread like every morning.
Yeah, I don't like ready bread. Don't like the texture of it. I would
yeah.
rather have big oats.
It's like gruel.
It is like
I think
gruel.
it's just because it was quicker.
Reminds me of bread sauce.
Ew.
Me and my dad once had an argument because he calls crumpets pikelets.
What?
And pikelets are a different thing because they're just
It's a
called
bread
pikelets,
product.
right? And they're basically like thinner crumpets. They're kind of like seem like a
Oh,
mixture between like pancakes and crumpets. But I don't know. My grandma called them pikelets. My granddad called them pikelets, but they mean crumpets. But pikelets are a different thing.
There's like an Irish thing that's very similar to that, but it's not called pikelets. Don't know.
I would call them. I don't know what I would call them, but I would call them like hotcakes or something like that.
Hotcakes to me is the American pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love pancakes.
Because I think in Australia they call American pancakes hotcakes, and then pancakes are the crepes.
Crepes, yeah, and I would much rather.
Oh
have
my
a
god,
crepe.
I wish we had the ingredients for me to make pancakes tomorrow morning.
We do.
Why don't you get the ingredients?
We do. I also have. This is not for this, but I have something in the cupboard. We can
Look how excited she is about breakfast.
You're like, you know when like a little kid is going to a theme park the next day and they go to bed in their clothes.
I used to really like.
You're so cute.
I remember when I was very little, I had to develop strategies for falling asleep when I was too excited to go to sleep. It was usually around Christmas.
Yeah.
And some other times of year as well, but I remember very much around Christmas. But I have gingerbread pancake mix in the cupboard.
Oh my god.
What?
Gingerbread pancake mix in the cupboard.
Where'd you get that from?
Whole Foods.
Uh,
I was there for.
Tory.
Well, no. Be good. They have the lovely cream cheese and the massive.
They have a lovely cream cheese.
that I can eat, right? And
Oh, it is nice though.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
nice.
massive fuck off bagels as well. And I was walking around and I was like,
The bagels
Christmas
were big,
bits.
but they weren't the best bagels I've ever had.
no, they were a little undense, light. I'm a
Yeah, I
little
like a
broke.
bagel to be a bit kind of stodgy, really.
They were
Yeah,
just.
that's bagels.
Yeah.
It was like they'd been overproved, maybe, too fluffed up.
Had they been boiled or had they just been baked?
They were like normal bread, really.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
bread but round.
We really hated on these. They were massive. They were good, but
Whole
like,
Foods sort your bagels out.
Well,
Shout
I'm
out
really
Whole
excited
Foods.
about these pancakes now because basically, I mean, I go on about it. I'm not, I don't have it that hard in life. I have it pretty easy, but like,
you have it the hardest of the three of us.
but Thursday is my one day off, so and sometimes it's not even. Like sometimes I'm still doing things.
Elsie,
on
if you really
Thursday.
feel that way, I'll get you a chicken cottage on the way home.
It's the only day she don't leave the house.
Oh my god, near this studio, there is the biggest
The big
chicken cottage.
in the world.
Laura said, is that their flagship?
The flagship.
It's huge!
Huge.
Chicken cottage isn't originally British, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's they say it in a song by oh my god, what are the singing poet comedians that we like?
Harry and Chris.
Harry and Chris.
They're British.
And I'm pretty sure they are talking about things that are imports.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong.
Do you want to know where I'm at right now?
Wiggly.
Chicken.
Wiggly.
That wavy.
No,
I'm a little drunk.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, me too.
Oh no, it is founded in London. Maybe they're talking about things originating in London.
Thank you. I've just noticed.
Sorry,
that for the
Harry
last
and
5
Chris, I didn't
minutes you've been
listen
stroking my head.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I don't want to finish the thing I was saying. It's
Okay.
not interesting.
Should we go circle back around to ghosts? Or
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
She's got
So
15 minutes.
ghosts.
So, yeah.
I'm very excited for the Christmas special. Was
Yes.
the baby born in the end? I don't actually
No.
remember.
No.
Okay, so that will be the Christmas special. Oh, it's Jesus.
Oh, of
Oh,
course, it's the nativity.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Called
born
it.
on Christmas Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Called it.
Was
Yeah.
born on Christmas Day.
Oh, we could try and sing the thing now because I've been drinking.
Right.
Should we do a line each?
Can you do it out loud first so I can hear the whole thing?
I'm a thought,
thought,
just
je
sweet
suis
and
le
tot.
Stop saying tot.
Je suis un
I'm a thought, just. I can't do the second one.
Je suis une thought.
Je suis un thought.
Stop saying it like a French. Like, I know you're a bit drunk.
Je suis une thought.
Stop actually trying to teach her French.
I'm
She
a
just
thought.
needs to say the sound.
I'm a thought. Je suis. I can't.
I'm a thought.
Je
Just
suis
squeeze
une
and
thought.
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 Oh,
Let's do a line
Yeah,
each,
you're
right?
so
You
shit.
can do our names. I'll do the first one. You can do the French. one.
Laura, Meg, and Elsie.
Laura,
Why don't I just do it? It's I'm a thought, just squeezing thought. Laura, Meg, and Elsie. There we go.
I'm a thought. Je suis une thought. Laura, Megan, Elsie.
I've been singing it all day. All day.
Let's take it in turns to do that. I'm gonna do the first one, right? I'm a thought.
Why? But you're singing it with. It's I'm a thought, just squeezing thought. Laura, Meg, and
Yeah, I'm
Elsie.
gonna go. I'm a thought.
I'm
You're
a
gonna
thought.
go. Je suis une thought.
You're a thought.
I'm a thought, you're a thought, we are thought, I thought, you thought, she, it thought, they
I'm a
thought.
I'm a thought. Je suis une thought. Laura, Megan, Elsie.
Wait.
Now we can do it at the
Oh.
same time. I'm a thought. Je suis une thought. Laura, Megan, Elsie.
And that's as close as we're going to get because, quite frankly, I'm embarrassed and I wish I was dead.
Right, that's a good way to round off this episode.
I
We're
mean-
embarrassed and we wish we were dead.
Dead?
Thanks
said
for
that.
No, I wish. No, my wish at the end of every podcast episode, you get one wish. Is that Ben Wilmot gets cast as Batman.
That was quite bitty, and I think I should have shaken it because that was mostly just it was like
sediment.
yeah.
Thanks for subscribing.
Do we need to do the socials
Thanks,
for this?
Mum.
No, because they're our subscribers.
Right.
Love you,
Thanks,
Mum.
mums and Emily,
Thank you.
Dr. Emily.
Dr. Emily.
Got to put some respect on her name. Full stop.
This has been fun. How do we stop recording?